Learning ways to optimize your gut health can be one of the best starts in beginning to overcome anxiety and depression and optimizing your wellness overall. So, first of all, I love teaching gut health because it's something that you can begin to implement right away, and it can really create a huge shift in your life. When I began my holistic healing journey, I spent a lot of time healing my gut and really changing my life and what I eat and how I face stress and how I take care of myself. And so optimizing gut health has been a really big part of that, and it's something that I teach to clients and also to therapists because it's really the field of counseling is shifting into more of a holistic health-based model. So it's important for therapists to understand the importance of the gut-brain connection. So first of all, it's important to understand that your brain and your gut communicate, and they do so via the vagus nerve. And so they're constantly giving message updates throughout the day. So one of the biggest facts that I learned that I was very upset that I didn't learn in my schooling as a counselor, and I still don't think they teach it, but 90% of our serotonin is actually in our gut. And so if our guts and our brains are constantly communicating, and our gut is a huge hub for serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone neurotransmitter, it's really important to think about healing up our gut and taking care of our bodies from the inside out in order to optimize mental health. So, when we are depressed or anxious, we are often prescribed SSRI medications, which is a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. So it's affecting the serotonin in the brain, but we really have to optimize the serotonin in the gut. And so we can do that in a lot of different ways, but if you want to just start somewhere, I have a few tips for you today to work on optimizing your gut health in order to optimize your emotional wellness. And if you're a highly sensitive person, if you are an anxious empath, if you struggle with anxiety or stress or just feel things really deeply, this is going to be really important for you to begin to understand what kinds of foods, how they affect your body differently. And it's really going to change your life in a lot of ways. So I hope this is helpful. First of all, I want you to the first step is to start getting more deeply in touch with a mind-body connection. So how do foods feel in your body? So this is going to be really important to begin to understand. So I would recommend getting a journal and writing down what you eat for a few days, okay? If that feels overwhelming, just start with a day. So we want to do something that's manageable. So write down everything that you eat, and then write down how you feel. So, are you feeling emotional, sad, exhausted, energized? So we're just going to get information about the body. And I talk about this a lot, is that we really want to understand how our body is communicating to us. So write down what you're eating and then write down how you feel afterwards, whether, don't think too much about it, but if you can write it, 10, 15 minutes after you eat, maybe an hour after you eat, we're just checking in for the body's messaging, okay? And then after you have this data for a few days, you can go and you can look at themes and patterns, and you can begin to understand what foods feel best in your body and how your body is craving certain foods and others the same. So additionally, we want to look at cravings, okay? Because cravings, and I'll do a whole nother video on cravings because they're so interesting, and we're so hard on ourselves, but really it's our body's way of asking for something. So we can begin to dissect cravings as well. So that's the first step to understanding, to getting on track for gut health and mind-body connectedness. The second step is to begin to eat more whole foods. So if you love, eating your Cheetos and brownies and quick foods, right? Especially if you're really busy or getting things on the go, that's fine. We're not going to begin to eliminate them right away. It's easier to begin to add new foods in. So I want you to start thinking about, how can I eat more whole foods, even if it's in addition to the processed foods you're already eating. You can do this with your kids as well. So we want to get nutrient-dense foods into the system. And we're also going to take note on how that feels. So if you go out to a restaurant and you love their pasta or a burger, don't beat yourself up over getting that. It's fine. Just add either a side vegetable or a salad, even an extra glass of water. We just want to get good things into the body. Okay, that's the second step, is we're going to add nutrient-dense whole foods into the body. The third step is to begin managing your stress. Okay, stress intimately affects our immune system, our functioning, and our emotions. So in a previous video, I discussed breathing techniques and a way that you can fully oxygenate your body through breath work. And so that would be a great thing for you to check out. Checking in with when you get stressed, who you're with, what you're doing, how it feels in the body, and really considering that your mood is incredibly important. And so finding ways to either change and restructure your life or begin to add in more self-care coping techniques in the process. Okay, so that might look like extra breathing techniques throughout the day. It might look like 30 seconds of meditation. I'm a big believer that you don't need to do these huge steps. You don't have to go meditate for 30 minutes. You can meditate for a minute, okay? Whatever works. We just want to start getting the body used to living in a new way. It's how we can begin to recalibrate and restructure our system, okay? So if you are finding that you are highly stressed, that is affecting your mood. And so we really have to look at and examine, when I go to lunch with this group of people, I really have a hard time and I leave feeling depleted or stressed. What's going on there? So we're going to compassionately notice when stress comes up in our lives, and we're just going to take notes. So jot it down in your journal. So rather than judging, whether there's something wrong with someone else or something wrong with me or whatever it is, we're just going to compassionately notice when stress arises in the body. And if possible, we'll begin to add in some stress-reducing techniques like breathing, exercise, gentle walking, stretching, anything that grounds us in the body and connects our mind, body, and spirit more deeply. So these are 3 quick techniques for you to begin optimizing your gut health. A lot of you are ready to begin a deep healing journey. And if you are, I encourage you to reach out to a doctor, to me, to a therapist, to a coach to begin going on your journey, connecting with people. It's really important to find community and know that you're not alone in this, and that there's just this real collective awakening towards health and wellness. So if you found this video, I hope it was helpful. Clearly, you are ready to begin your journey of noticing. So it's all about noticing what the body is doing, what the body is saying to us, and trying to add more nutrients in to optimize our health. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Take care.